Hello students, I'm Mr. Troxel and welcome to 6th grade math. In today's video, we'll be discussing what is a ratio, a part-to-part versus part-to-whole ratio, and how to write out ratios. Let's get started. So what is a ratio? A ratio shows a relationship between two different amounts. It's a comparison of two different quantities, the quantity of one item compared to the quantity of another item. So for an example, pictured here, we have a bunch of t-shirts, some yellow t-shirts and some blue t-shirts. The first example we're going to talk about is part to part. That's when we compare the ratio of two different items separately. Question number 1 is saying, what is the ratio of yellow shirts to blue shirts? So we're going to compare the quantity or number of yellow shirts to the quantity or number of blue shirts. Now there's a few different ways we can write these ratios out. So let's start counting. Here we've got a number of yellow shirts. If we count them, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 yellow shirts. So we can write that as 6 yellow shirts to how many blue shirts? So let's count the blue shirts. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 blue shirts. So that gives us a ratio of 6 yellow shirts to 9 blue shirts. This tells us that for every 6 yellow shirts, we have 9 blue shirts. And we have to make sure we count the yellow shirts first and put the yellow shirt number first in the answer because the question is asking us yellow shirts to blue shirts. So we've got to have the yellow shirt number first, then the blue shirts. We can also write out this 6 to 9 using a colon. We can say 6, the colon means 2, 6 to 9. One more option is we can show this as a fraction. We can show this as 6 over 9. Your numerator right here would be whatever the first item was, and your denominator would be whatever the second item was. In this case, it would be yellow shirt for the numerator over blue shirt for the denominator. Now, if you look at these numbers, 6 and 9, especially if you look at them as a fraction, that is not in its simplest form. So just like fractions, ratios need to be reduced or simplified. In this instance, 6 and 9 are both divisible by 3. That is their greatest factor. If we divide both numbers by 3, 3 goes into 6 2 times, and 3 goes into 9 3 times. So our simplified version of our ratio is 2 over 3, or 2 colon 3, or 2 to 3. You won't always be able to reduce these, but in this case, we can. Now, if we look at our picture of the t-shirts, we can see this works out because for every 2 yellow shirts, there is 3 blue shirts. That works out very nicely. And again, remember, the first number in the ratio is going to be the first quantity addressed in the equation. In this case, the ratio of yellow shirts to blue shirts. Now, if we reversed it, we've still got the same shirts. And if we did the ratio of blue shirts to yellow shirts, we can see that we have the original number of blue shirts, which is 9, to the original number of yellow shirts, which is 6. We can write that as 9 to 6, 9 colon 6, or 9 over 6. Now again, both of these numbers are divisible by 3, and we still want to have our simplest form of this number. So let's divide this by 3. 3 into 9 goes 3 times, and 3 goes into 6 twice. So now we have 3 over 2. We could rewrite this with the colon as 3 colon 2, or just write out 3 to 2. So comparing the ratio of two separate items is called part to part. Now let's talk about part to whole. In this next part, we're going to look at the ratio of yellow or blue t-shirts to the total number of shirts. So we're looking at the ratio of a part of the group to the whole of the group. Let's look at our first question, the ratio of yellow shirts to total shirts. Well, how many yellow shirts do we have? It's the same number as before. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, we have 6 yellow shirts. So let's write that number down. Now, how many shirts do we have together? Well, we still have the 9 blue shirts that we had before, so we know 6 plus 9 is 15. So out of those 15 shirts, 6 are yellow. So the ratio of yellow shirts to total shirts is 6 yellow shirts to 15 shirts in whole. This can also be written as 6:15 or 6 over 15. So what we're saying here is our ratio of yellow shirts to total shirts is 6 yellow shirts to 15 total shirts. This is called a part-to-whole ratio. Now again, 6 and 15 can both be reduced to a smaller number or to be shown in its simplest form. Again, they can both be reduced by 3. 3 goes into 6 twice, 3 goes into 15 5 times. So this means for every 2 yellow shirts, we have a group of 5 shirts. And if you look here, that works out perfectly because in every group of 5 shirts, there are 2 yellow shirts. So the simplified version of this ratio is correct. Now let's move on to the blue shirts. What is the ratio of blue shirts to total shirts? Well, how many blue shirts do we have? Well, it's the same number as before. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So the first number in our ratio is going to be for the blue shirts, which is 9. Now, how many shirts do we have in total? Well, again, we have 15 total shirts because we've got the 9 blue shirts and the 6 yellows. So 9 to 15 is our ratio of blue shirts to total shirts. Now again, the 9 comes first because the blue shirts comes first in the equation. This can also be written as 9:15 or 9 over 15. And once again, this fraction can be simplified by 3. So 3 goes into 9 3 times, and 3 goes into 15 5 times. And if you look at our drawings up here, that's correct because for every group of 5 shirts we have, 3 of them are blue. Again, this is called a part-to-whole ratio. And we are done. So there it is, students. There's how we write out ratios for different types of problems. That's how we do part-to-part ratios and part-to-whole ratios. I hope this sets up a good foundation for understanding ratios. Please hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe or I'm giving you detention. There's the bell. We'll see you next time.